Today I'm going to show you guys the new V6 Tragopan Hide. I'll also go through all the additional items that you can get as accessories with this hide. Let's just dive into it. I'll show you guys how to set it up. Alright, setting up the V6 hide is really easy. As with most of the Tragopan hides, it has this nice pulley system, so let's just get all the parts down, pull up the straps, pull these holes a little bit apart, push down here, and there we go. The hide has got a waterproof fabric, and it also helps with the new windows that they overlap here so that no water actually gets inside, so it's more waterproof than the V5. At the top of the hide you can take these straps, and just so they're not hanging and knocking around your head, there's a little pocket on the inside here. You can just pop these in. There's a zipper around, and there's also Velcro locks on each side of the corners. So let's pop this around. Just here. And we got two openings here for more airflow, so that there'll be less condensation and anything like that in the hide, and produce a little bit more of a breeze inside. Here as well, we have these little straps here on each of the four corners, and these will help you for tying any additional vegetation or any camouflage around. Now each one of the four corners has got a little loop in the bottom of the corner. You put one of these in it to peg it down. For the guy wires that I got here, I use them when it's extra windy and I want it, or if I'm going to leave it up for a long period of time, I want the extra kind of protection that offers. You got these little loops here in each of the four corners. Tie one end, and then you get the one end with a little plastic bit. Put a pole through, stretch it out. So that's mainly the outside of the hide. Now let's check out the inside. Now the hide has an isotherm coating, which means that in direct sunlight it's going to be a lower temperature inside the hide. Be a little bit more comfortable for those hot summer evenings. It is also light proof, so when you have all these windows sealed up, no light gets in here and no shadows will be seen from the outside. This hide is also slightly higher than the V5. You could easily get the cockless chair, set it up inside, and I'm 185, and there's even more room for me to sit up here. So I can be in here for long hours quite comfortably. Alright, now let's have a look at some of these windows, how to install the new window system and how it works. So here we got one of the side windows, and the way it works is that if I want to kind of open this up and look outside, we got a little pulley system here where we just kind of pull it up quite silently, and these little straps here up to attach it. So this is one of my side windows, so I'm not going to be using this. Mostly I'm not going to be using this, so I'm going to use one of these mesh screens with a slit inside, just in case I want to use it. And I'm going to do this. You see it's got these little ports. Now this is the male part, and the hide itself has got the female part. So basically you just align these up, hook them in, and it's got 6. Now the bottom has got 2, and that's so that one of them is for the window, the permanent window that's all attached here when that's closed. So whatever window, the additional window that you put in is going to be using the furthermost away one. I'm going to attach that here and attach that here. When you put this hide back down after you use it the first time or whenever, you just keep these in. You don't need to take those off every time. And that way, every time you pop the hide up, this is all kind of ready for you. Front window, which is going to be my main shooting window right now, I'm going to use the mesh for the lens. And it goes in exactly the same way as this. So same idea here. We can attach these so that this door, this window door here, is permanently closed. So let's attach this with the camouflage out. It's very silent as well, so if you wanted to change these windows, maybe change this mesh one for the camouflage one, you could basically do that sitting in the hide, being very quiet, and just unhook these and put them back in. So now if I want to open the window that's in the back here, I first unhook behind here, unhook those so it's loose, and then I get the pulleys, pull this up. I'm going to attach it here and put my lens through here. Now if you want to buy additional, if you want to buy any extra of these, they're available on the website, and you will also get the kind of female counterpart with any additional windows that you buy. And that way you could, if you wanted to put it on a different hide or anything like that, you just kind of stitch up the female part that's inside the hide. Now as I've shown you here, we got 3 windows in each side, and there's also a window on the door. And also there is the bottom windows. Now the bottom window has got 4 zippers, so zipper up here, zipper at the bottom, and it's got 2 in the middle. And the middle part is basically opening up like that, and you can either poke a lens through here if you want to shoot down low, or so putting your tripod leg through. So my front facing my main shooting window is up front here, but let's say I want to have a look outside the side. You can do that quite silently by opening up these little viewing windows, quick look outside. And if something is coming, this window is big enough to get something like what I have here, the 100-400 Canon lens out it. Could also use any binoculars or anything like that out these, and you can shape them to any size you want. If you don't want much light coming through to give your position away, give yourself away, you can have them quite narrow. Now that's basically it for the standard hide. We also do have a little pocket over here you can put some stuff. These are also very well sealed. There's less smell from the inside of the hide coming to the surrounding environment if it's all sealed up. So it doesn't have any flooring, you're on the ground. So now I was thinking I'm going to show you some of the additional features that you can purchase alongside this hide to make it even better. Bigger version of the mesh window, and we can hang it across the whole window here so you can get a larger viewing area while still being hidden behind the mesh. So it attaches pretty much like all the other windows. As you see here, it comes with the female part. So obviously this door has these parts in the door here. It's pretty self-explanatory. You see them right away on the inside here. Canopy. So increases waterproofness and also gives you a little bit more canopy for your shooting windows. Underneath here, you'll find a place to kind of thread them through, slide them all the way through. Underneath here, they all line up inside here. Got these slits here, and that's where you can put the guy ropes. There's also an awning, and that's for basically keeping more cover behind you, so you can have more space inside for your bag and everything, or you can use it so you can lie down, photograph at ground level. So as you can see here, there's a little hook, and for the awning, use that to hook it on. And another hook here, you just hook that onto here. I want to take this thing off again now and then try the additional room, which also gives a ground cover inside the hide. Here is the additional room. Comes in a little box like this. Comes in a nice little carrying pouch like this. There we go. It's kind of almost like a bent corner. So you just have to attach these corners to each of the corners on the inside. And for this, you take off this whole door. That comes off. Don't need that for this. Let's take this inside. This, put that outside. And this thing here goes in here. You can then pull this a little bit and attach it. That way it's stuck in there. And inside, as you can see, this is plenty enough room to sleep inside. And this ground sheet is really good, really waterproof. You can check out a video that I did for the V5, which is similar to this, using the ground sheet, photographing barnacle geese in Dumfries in southern Scotland. And I was lying in a very, very muddy and wet field in the winter and did not get any water inside here. Except the one I haven't showed you is a tunnel. You attach the tunnel, same way I've done this here, to this door, and you can attach it to a V5 or a V6 as well to have two next to each other. Out photographing with a buddy, or even if you're doing a workshop one-on-one, you can have a hide each and a tunnel in between so you can kind of communicate with each other that way. So, the awning that I showed you before, that can be used on its own, can also be used over this. And attaches the same way that I showed you earlier. And that can really reduce condensation, and it can even help with additional waterproofness in case you're out in some really nasty weather. The side, this big pole here is actually two parts. So this bends right here, plus you have to pull it out a little bit. So this middle bit here is a bit thicker. Hold that and then I'll drag this back. That way you can slide it in like that. Same with this one. And then we can put it up. What's up, Canopy? And the additional room. As you can see, there's even more room here for the tunnel or anything else you want to put in. Remember, if you're in US or Canada, head over to photographyblinds.com, Europe, the rest of the world, Tragopan-shop.com. So, links are all below. Check out what's on offer and consider some of the additional feature. I definitely recommend getting the additional room and ground layer, and the canopy is really good as well. Anyways, if you have any questions about the hides, about any setups or anything like that, just leave it in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. So that's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.